Hi everybody, John here. Today we're going to take a look at some of the Indian helmets available now at cruisercustomizing.com. Indian Motorcycles makes a full line of OEM accessories and OEM apparel. Today we're going to take a look at just a few of their helmet offerings, and we're actually just going to cover these in order of least coverage to most coverage. Right in front of me here, I've got their traditional half helmet. This one's in flat black. It's got a really nice cream and crimson racing stripe going right down over the front there. And up front we've got a simple 3-snap visor. We've also got a nice Indian logo in their traditional font. Gives it that old school feel. And then those stripes, like I said, the crimson and cream, nice racing stripes, just go basically all the way back to the back. Now if we spin this all the way around, you're going to see that we've got another Indian Motorcycle logo right there on the back, and those are going to show up again in that traditional font. Right below that, you'll see that it says DOT, or Department of Transportation approved. So this will get you legal in all 50 states, even though it's just a half helmet. If you're looking for minimal coverage, but you got to pass those state minimums for helmet protection, this is going to get you exactly what you need. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the inside on this one. I've already unzipped it, but this does have a little sleeve that goes all the way around the bottom, and that's there to keep your ears nice and warm if it gets cool outside. There's also communication pockets right here on the inside of those flaps. So if you do use a comm system, you can drop those speakers right down inside of there, and you'll be able to have those with you while you're riding. At the very back, it's got a neck roll adjuster. This is actually going to help keep this helmet nice and tight right against the base of the back of your helmet, and it'll help you from getting any lift while you're riding down the highway. One other nice feature that they've built in here is a set of drop-down sunglasses in case you're already wearing prescription lenses and the sun peeks out and it's blinding you and your 3-snap visor isn't taking care of what you need to be visible. All you got to do is pull down that sun visor in the front. It's actually got a tab large enough that it's pretty easy to operate even if you have gloves on. So you can flip that up and out of the way. As far as the rest of the inside here, it's got a nice plush liner that's going to keep you comfortable for miles and miles and miles as you're riding your new Indian motorcycle. We'll go ahead and set that one off to the side. We'll bump up the coverage one more step. This is a 3/4, also known as an open face helmet. This one, as you can see, it's got a lot of crimson paint on here. It's also got a gold line, as well as down at the bottom. It might not show up inside, but when you step outside, there's a pearlized metal coat or metal flake down in the bottom that just absolutely sparkles. The bottom of this helmet just, I mean, it's like somebody threw glitter all over it. It looks great, especially next to any of the Indian motorcycles. The deep, rich paint that they put on these, it definitely just does it justice to be wearing this helmet on such a beautiful bike. So we've got that crimson paint, like I said, that's pretty much going to cover up the entire top and back portion of the helmet. Then we've got that gold line that goes all the way around. Right in the back there, we've got a nice big Indian logo. Again, you'll see that DOT, Department of Transportation approved. Everything on the table, DOT approved, and that nostalgic goggle strap right there at the bottom. If we spin this around to the front, you can actually see that there's a chrome strip that goes all the way around, and that's going to make this helmet just have that nice high-end finish, but it also gives it a cool old school feel. On the inside, you've got a suede-like liner. This stuff is one of the softest liners I've ever felt, and it's mixed in with a leather-like material that goes all the way around the portion that's not going to come in contact with your skin. And again, that's going to give it that nice old school flavor, as well as that suede-like material. All of that stuff is quilted. It really just resonates that nostalgic feel of what Indian is really going for. You know, they're making these retro bikes. They're made to look old, but they function, and they have some of the highest quality technology built into those bikes. They're doing the same thing with these helmets. They make them look really cool, but they also function really, really well. Now, if you're like me and you like full coverage whenever you're riding, This is one of Indian's offerings for their full-faced helmet. This one has an anti-scratch, anti-fog shield right up front. Also on the inside of this, we've got drop-down sun visor. There's actually just a switch right here on the top of the helmet, and if you slide that forward or backward, even if you have gloves on, still easy to do, that's gonna operate those sunglasses where they drop down right there in the front. So anytime the sun peeks out and it starts to blind you, you flip that down and you're good to go. As far as venting on this one, no, it's not gonna flow air as well as something that doesn't have any coverage whatsoever, but this is still gonna flow air quite well. We've got a chin bar vent right up front. That's gonna help make sure that that fog, even though it's coated in that anti-fog, doesn't get fogged up during those inclement times whenever it's rainy or nasty outside. Right up at the top, this is where you're gonna pick up most of your venting from. We've got dual layer EPS on the inside of this one that's gonna protect you while you're riding, but we've got some holes that penetrate through that that'll go down to your scalp, and that's gonna help pull some fresh air in and force all that warm, moist air out. So we've got 2 crown vents right here, and then one right at the very, very top of the crown. All 3 of those are gonna help scoop up air that's gonna allow that to channel right down through the EPS. And if we look on the back here, we've got an exit vent there at the top as well as down here at the bottom where it's wrapping around that air from that chin bar. So that's gonna allow this helmet to keep cool air flowing through there to keep you as comfortable as possible. On the inside, we've got removable chin curtain. We've also got a removable breath guard right there at the top. Both of those can be taken out for the warmer months. During the cold months, throw them back in. And also during the warm months, we've got this really nice plush liner. It's almost terry cloth-like. It's one of the softest liners I've ever used. And it's a nice cream color as well, so it matches that nostalgic look. Even though this is a full face helmet, it's still gonna go great with these old school looking bikes. All of this is removable, washable. That way you can keep this helmet nice and fresh for years to come. And last but not least, on this one, this does have that quick retainer. Instead of just your normal lock, this one's actually got a quick retainer, so you can throw that on there, then you pull the strap. You don't have to mess with any of the D-rings or anything like that. You can actually operate that with gloves on. Now this helmet is DOT approved just like the other 2 on the table, but this one also has an ECE certification, so it's actually been tested a little bit more thoroughly than the other 2. So if you're looking for a new helmet for your Indian motorcycle, there's really nothing that's gonna go with it better than one of the Indian OEM style helmets. It's got all the branding right there on it. It's gonna look great on your ride. If you wanna have any questions or wanna check these things out, definitely just click that info button right up in the corner. It'll take you to the website where you can check out all the Indian helmets. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them for me in the comment section below. As always, we've got a subscribe button lower right-hand corner. Click on that so you don't miss out on any of the new upcoming videos. But that'll wrap us up for today, everybody. Until next time, thank you for watching. My name's John. Please ride safe.